Mm, Hello. We will just wait for some to join, or we will wait a couple of minutes and then start.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, sir. We will wait a couple of minutes for others to join and then we'll start. I
Okay,
hope
sir.
that's fine with you guys.
Yes, sir. Happy Valentine's Day. Hello.
Yeah. Uh, so, do you guys have any queries or any doubts related to the complete course now, as this is the eighth session? Any doubts, any queries? Anything that you would like me to highlight or repeat again?
CPM, sir.
CPM.
Yeah,
Mm, uh, can you repeat your doubt? I mean, I can't hear you clearly. Can you repeat?
a critical path method.
Okay. What you would like to know about? What you would like to know in that problem, in that issue?
In drawing each network question.
Okay, drawing the network. Uh, Activity on node or activity on arrow?
Activity on node.
Activity on node network. Okay.
Yeah.
Which week was this? I don't actually exactly remember the week number. Can you tell me which week was it? Okay. Let me check in the contents. I think it was in week 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what I would do is I would bring a couple of things from that week. Week 4. Let me add it right now. Mm, Okay, one problem that we solved with activity on node arrow network, sorry, we will do it with activity on arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, so should we do it in the beginning itself or towards the end? It's up to you.
Ends, sir. Two
Hmm?
ends. Two ends.
Okay.
अंत में ही कर लेंगे सर.
Uh,
अभी कोर्स स्टार्ट कीजिए.
ठीक है. You can see the screen and hear me clearly, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to the session. The course is Principles of Construction Management by Professor Sudhir Misra at IIT Kanpur. I am Venugopal Mahajan, PhD Fellow at IIT Delhi. This is week 8, the last week of this course. Wait, I think the ink is off. Yeah. So, last week, that means we have spent a lot of time together now, almost 14 hours.
Yes,
So,
sir.
this course, as you have seen, that we have touched a lot of topics in breadth. General overview of project organization, estimation of project cost, construction economics, planning and scheduling, safety management, quality management, and this week deals about legal aspects. Okay, legal aspects. What do you mean by, or what does this legal aspect give you an idea of?
To give an idea of law related to construction.
Okay, why is law necessary? I mean, why do you need to bring law in a construction project?
For contract.
Okay, for contract. Okay, what are laws? What are law? What is a law? Or I mean,
संविधान.
uh, kind of you can say that they are for the better functioning of the whole society.
Yes, sir.
I mean, see, if society was functioning in a society when everyone was functioning with best interest of everyone else in his mind with himself, then you won't need laws, right? If everybody is working for the betterment of the society, you don't need laws. But why do you need laws? Because you know that somewhere someone would be of the mind that he would like to improve his own thing by destroying others or by harming others. So you know that there are some people that will harm others or that will take benefit of others, undue benefits. So to cover for them, you have got laws, right? Even like
Yes.
in why do you have a government in democracy? For the same reason. So the same thing, legal aspects, laws, but laws related to buildings or construction project. So what would we be talking about? Contract, building bylaws, GCC, something about FIDIC, and summary of the whole course. So you have been through these topics, right? Okay, these we will deal with it later. Yeah. What do you mean by a contract?
It's a document
Okay, what is a
for
contract?
the.
It is an agreement between two parties
Okay.
which is under the law.
Uh, agreement, two parties, uh, under the law. What else?
Taking project.
Taking project. Can you elaborate? What do you mean by taking project? Okay, agreement. What is an agreement?
Agreement is a uh,
I can't hear you. What is an agreement? In basic terms.
agreement
Yeah.
पेपर पर मतलब जो हम ये थी काम करते उसका ये थी
Okay.
टू पार्टी के बीच में ये थी मतलब एक डॉक्यूमेंट साइन होता है.
ओके क्या डॉक्यूमेंट साइन होना ज़रूरी है? कांट एन एग्रीमेंट बी ओरल? मतलब आपने
नो
मुझे कुछ
सर.
कहा कि ये कर दो और मैंने बोला मैं हाँ मैं कर दूंगा.
Yes, it could be oral.
Yes, it could be
नो
oral.
सर. नो सर.
Yeah. Okay. Is every agreement a contract?
No.
नो सर.
So what makes an okay? What is an agreement and what makes each agreement? I mean, some agreements a contract. We will deal with these things in detail and different types of contracts. Okay, starting with the definition. Contracts, legal issues हैं. So कौन govern करता है? Indian Contract Act and how old it is? 1872. Okay, ratified again and again. There have been some modifications, but largely it has been the same. 1872 का Indian Contract Act है. So what is a contract? Agreements, as you said, enforceable by law, made by free consent of the parties. Right? Like ऐसा नहीं कि डरा धमका के हमने कुछ एग्रीमेंट करवा लिया. By persons competent to contract for a lawful consideration and lawful object which are not expressly declared to be void by any statute. Like अगर किसी को सुपारी दी है, किसी की सुपारी दिया, that is also an agreement, right? I mean, there is a free consent between parties. Both the parties are both the parties are competent to fulfill it. Like अगर किसी को सुपारी दी है तो एक पेमेंट करने को तैयार है, दूसरा यू नो वॉट करने को तैयार है. But can it be a contract? No. Why? Because if it is a murder or some kind of a crime, it has been declared void by other statutes and it is unlawful also. I mean, it is unlawful. So it is not a contract, but it is an agreement. So, how to check if it is a contract? If they have agreed, if there are two parties, party A and party B, if they agreed, then it can be a contract. And if they have agreed on all essential terms, like consensus of something, that something has to be delivered, and agreed on all essential terms. If both of these are yes, then you look into the following things. For if there is a question like that you have been given a couple of statements, like party A said this, party B agreed, then something was delivered by party B and party A paid. So if you have to check whether that was a contract or not, so these are the conditions. Did party A and B intend to create legal relations? Like, do they want it enforceable by law? If yes, then it is a contract. Okay. Did both A and B have legal capacity? That means it doesn't mean that you want to be in a legal agreement. You both should have been in a legal capacity to do it. Like, okay, person B wants to sell some parcel of land to person A. Okay, they want some, but if person B doesn't have the legal authority, then he doesn't have legal capacity. Similarly, if person B is minor, then no legal capacity. If person B is mentally ill, so no legal capacity. Things like that. Then agreement freely made. Okay. Then can the contract be performed without breaking the law? So you can have agreements to do things that can be breaking the law, but like this is a very common scenario. Your vehicle gets towed, right? Towed to a center, and then there is a guy who is ready with the challan book. Then he offers you that you pay him 500 rupees, and he won't uh, he won't give you a challan, he won't make a record of this. Okay, so there is a offer, then you accept the offer. Okay, so there is acceptance also. Then there is consideration, like money is being exchanged in terms of some services offered. So that means that there is some agreement between you and that guy, but there was some law that is being broken. So that means that is an agreement but not a contract. Like you can't take that person to court for this, right? Then are the terms of agreement clear, certain? Yes, it was clear that you pay 500 rupees and he will give you back your vehicle. So these are the basic requirements that you have to check for making sure that the agreement in question is a contract or not. So what is not a contract? Not meant for legal relationship. Okay, this example is very nice. Many promises that we make are agreements but not actually contracts. Okay, then one party did not have the capacity to make legally binding bargain made under duress involving a crime or insufficient terms. Okay, so now just summing up all these things, this is from the definition. Okay, make a legal relationship, there should be offer, there should be acceptance of offer, there must be some valuable consideration in terms of services, in terms of money, in terms of some other things. Then parties must have legal capacity to contract, genuine consent, then legality must be ensured, and clearer terms. So this kind of helps you in objectives from objective point of view. There's one more thing, letter of intent. How many of you have heard of this?
No, sir.
Nobody?
No, sir.
Okay. It's like you offer someone to do something, and he promises you with letter of intent, like uh, I am in mood to do that, or I agree principally to do that, but that agreement is not enforceable by law. Like he intends to accept your offer, but he can refuse it. So that actually is not a contract, but this you will find it in use. Okay. So when do you need it? When it is used? When you don't want to create a legal relationship. Okay. And when you don't want it to be a contract, you want to void it basically. So now जनरल थिंग्स अबाउट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स. जब तक लॉ में नहीं लिखा हो, इट कैन बी अ ओरल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. ओके, बट इफ देर इज अ रिटन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, दैट मीन्स इट सुपरसीड्स ऑल द प्रीवियस एग्रीमेंट्स. अगर आपने कुछ साइन किया है, इसका मतलब मान के चलते हैं कि आपने वो सब पढ़ के साइन किया है. यू एग्री टू ऑल द कंडीशंस. ओके, गुड लीगल एडवाइस शुड बी देयर. देन सी, अगर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनाया, अगर हमने इतना वी हैव रिटन सो मेनी थिंग्स, दैट मीन्स देर आर गोइंग टू बी सम डिस्प्यूट्स. सो बोथ द पार्टीज शुड बी रेडी टू face those disputes and how to manage it. Now what happens if the document is ambiguous? So as this is a contract, so legally binding matlab we can go to courts, but courts, how do they favor, who do they favor? Contra proferentum, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's a Latin term. So it actually favors the person for whom the contract was drawn. Like if there is a client and a contractor, so client made the contract, okay, that contractor signed. So in case of ambiguity, court will prefer the contractor side, not the client side. Okay, and if there is a condition that if there is some ambiguity that from the liability one or the other party is being excluded, then court tries to adopt a more restrictive approach so that the uh, responsibility is shared, a risk is shared. Okay. So now coming to construction contracts, construction projects, EPC, engineering, procurement, construction. These are the basic three terms. So engineering mainly related to process finalization, structural analysis. I'm just giving these definitions for you to read because EPC is a very frequently used term. Okay, procurement and construction. So what all they encapsulate? So how do you have it? You have a client or the principal. There is a design team. That design team could have other design consultants. There is a contractor who has to make it construction job, and that contractor, if it is a big party, he would be definitely employing other subcontractors to do it. So who do it? So who have the contractual relationships? Right. So the contractual relationship is not between the uh, consultant or designer and contractor. It is with the client and contractor, right? So this shows the basic organization. Some fundamentals. I don't think I will leave. I will give the slides to you. So if you want to read it, like from the client side, what should be there in contract administration, and for the contractors, what should they check? Coming to different categories of contracts. So different categories: separated, management, integrated, discretionary. Uh, okay, what do you mean by lump sum contract? We will spend a couple of minutes just to study these categories of contracts. So what do you mean by a lump sum contract?
in which the price is not detailed estimated.
Can you? Okay, price is not detailed estimated. Can you give an example?
So, so generally the item is very standardized.
Okay,
Like we say, for 1 square foot we charge this much rupees, 1200 rupees or 1000 rupees.
okay.
So this is a lump sum contract.
No, it is not, because now it became an item rate contract, right? That for this item I would be charging this much.
Right.
See, lump sum is
In
like
which
uh, you want to. You are living in a. You are having a nice place, but you feel that okay, I should have a new sofa. Then you call a person and say, kindly build me a sofa that is suitable for this apartment. Take the measurements and try to build it here itself, or bring it. You advise on okay, that kind of material I want. The size should be customized and all. And the person says okay, it is a 5-seater sofa, so I will be charging you 30,000 rupees. Okay, 30,000 rupees for a 5-seater sofa. That is a, you know, that is a fair price for your place and for your requirements. That is a lump sum contract. You didn't go into detail, right?
Right.
What would be the cost of material, cost of the cushion, cost of the cover, cost of ply he would be using? Okay, services requirements. No, it was a lump sum contract. But if the same would have been for, let's say, a hotel. In hotel, there are 100 rooms, so you will be needing 100 sofas. In that case, would you still be going for lump sum contract? No, you would be trying to control each and every item and trying to cut the cost, right? So for smaller things, lump sum contract is good enough, not for bigger things. Then
Right.
item rate contract, just like you gave the example that it's a painting job, and someone says, okay, you offer it to some painting contractor, and he says for the texture he will cost you 150 square feet, 150 rupees per square feet, including material. So that is the item rate contract. Or it could be percentage rate contract also. Like you say that from my BOQ or from SOR, CPWD SOR, SOR says that texture is costing rupees 120 per square feet, but the painter says, okay, that is the SOR rate, I will charge you 10 rupees or 10% above that, or 5% below that. So that is percentage rate, or it could be cost plus percent. So uh, that is like, I have not seen it generally, but if you have very good relationships with the contractor, then this also happens. He will be billing you for all the cost, and above that, he will be charging you some percentage as his fee. Uh, okay, then there can be management contract. So it could be about project management or the design management or both design and construction management. Some integrated categories: design, build, turnkey. What do you mean by turnkey?
No idea, sir.
Uh, okay, what does this what do you understand by the word turnkey? Turnkey.
No idea about it.
Okay, turnkey. It doesn't. Does it sound like turning the key in the lock or turning the key
Right.
in the door?
चाबी
Yes,
घुमाना.
sir. Yes, चाबी वाला.
Yeah, चाबी घुमाना, right? So
Yeah.
it is that kind of a contract that आप बिल्डर से फ्लैट लेने गए हो,
Hmm.
तो वो बोलता है आप बस साइन कर दो, कैश दे दो. आई मीन या कैश तो वो लेते ही हैं. सो चेक एंड कैश दे दो एंड ये रही चाबी आपकी. सो आर यू इन्वॉल्व इन एनी अदर एक्टिविटी?
Yes, sir.
नॉट इन्वॉल्व ना, इफ इट इज़ अ टर्न की कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. फ्लैट रेडी है,
Yes.
आपको पोजीशन लेना है, यू साइन
Hmm.
द पेपर्स, give the amount and he gives you the key. So that is kind of turnkey project where the client is not involved in other decision making processes. And this was one example. What about built, operate and transfer, BOT?
It's a PPP model,
Okay, PPP. What is PPP?
public-private partnership,
Why do you need it?
because when government is less of funds, so they require to take it from the private sector, which
Okay.
operates it for some time. When they recover their money, then they transfer the flyover or the road to government back.
Okay. Mm, yeah, that is apt. Then what should be the then there should be some period, right?
Right.
How do you decide what is the period, what should be the period?
The amount which contractor has to spend plus some decided profit, either it should be 10% or 20%. Then it
uh,
has to be estimated that for in the case of toll tax, that how many cars will go in a day. Then we have to calculate for a year.
okay, so that means in a BOT case there has to be some kind of a toll collection, right?
Right.
uh, so and then there is some period where for which the contractor is operating it, so that is concessionary period, right?
Mhm.
Can you link it to discounted payback period that we studied in construction economics?
Um, Not really. I can't recall it right now.
Okay, so payback period is like uh, if there is some amount coming to you each year, and then you check that, okay, if I spent X amount initially and Y amount is coming to me every year, then you calculate that X by Y becomes your discount, your payback period, without taking into consideration time amount of money.
Right.
That in X by Y years I will get back my money. uh,
Mhm.
Now you say, but this is a large amount, big duration, so you will be considering time value of money, right?
Right.
So in case of time amount of, sorry, I don't know why it is slipping again, time value of money, uh, you won't be calculating payback period directly, but you will be calculating discounted payback period, where each amount is discounted for the time. Now what should be the higher value? The concession period or discounted payback period?
Discounted payback period.
Discounted payback period is when you will get X amount of money, but you also have to make some profit, right?
Right. Exactly.
Ex- right? You have to make some profit. So payback period is only when you will recover your cost.
Right.
Only after that, and what is the remaining period, that is going to be your profit.
Profit concession period.
Yeah. Then there are some things like partnering and JV. You have heard of these terms, right?
Partner in.
Partnerships and joint ventures.
Right.
Uh, can you, uh, okay, from the top of your head, can you remember any partnership or any joint venture?
Oh, okay. So in my city itself, there's a venture between NHAI and one subcontractor who's building a bridge.
Okay, so why is it a joint venture and not a not a client contractor relationship, like that kind of contract?
Because the contractor is also investing his money. So it's a joint venture.
Okay, but okay, I have not seen it because that would mostly be in terms of either hybrid annuity model.
Okay. Maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah, JV. Okay, partnerships like you know about Zara, right?
Clothing brand.
Yeah. Uh, okay, how many of you are not familiar with Zara?
I think everyone is familiar,
Yeah,
sir.
so it is kind of a clothing brand that has like it is a fast fashion brand. Fast fashion
Right.
in the sense that you have got FMCG like Hindustan Unilever and all. So it is kind
Right.
of a FMCG in a fashion, and actually it has partnered with Tata Group for India showrooms. So that is kind of a partnership. Then you have got joint ventures like uh, Indian Oil Corporation is drilling in some other country. Then there is a law that uh, uh, for natural resources drilling or exploitation, there has to be some local partner. So they create a joint a vehicle in terms of joint venture. So those kind of joint ventures you will see. Uh, and obviously now talked about contracts, we will go into conditions like general contract condition, but before that, what should it include? Performance specification, design specification, some open things, closed specification, equal specification, and specific proprietary specification. We will see this in GCC and special conditions of contract. Before moving forward, do you guys have any query related to any week, any assignment, any question, any topic, or should I take you through each assignment one by one so that we can discuss if something is there?
Okay, sir.
Hmm?
Okay, sir.
I mean, you tell me what exactly should I do?
Take us to all the assignments, sir. It would be better, I
Oh,
think.
Uh,
yes, sir. It will be better.
okay, so there would be a lot of screen
Question.
swiping. Okay,
Sir, in exam, which type of question asks?
you can you will find similar questions to the assignment problems. Like there would be some MCQ types, some numericals, numerical value.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let us go one by one. So week zero was you can see the screen clearly, right?
Yeah, clearly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So week 0 was practice assignment. I'm not going into detail, but this actually covered some topics of week 8, national building code, the building line. Okay, sorry, this is week 8 only open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so week 0 basic mathematics and basic topics were discussed, right? Basic items. Then coming to week 1. So week 1 we had nature of construction project, some steps, how to execute it, resource management. Coming to the quiz, the first question was about bidding, and in bidding there were two scores. You had to calculate financial score and technical score. Technical score was given, ratio was given, that composite score would be calculated by 60% weightage of technical score and 40% of financial score. Actually this doesn't happen. We directly go for L1, right? So that was the case. The second question was about ABC classification, ABC analysis. We discussed different types of analysis here, 7-8 types, but ABC, A is 70%, B is 20%, and C is 10% of the cost. Top 70%, top like that. So you had to calculate it. Then earnest money deposit, life cycle cost, what all should be included in life cycle cost. Then project cost, earnest money deposit, and performance guarantee. So earnest money deposit is actually a factor of project estimated cost that is given by the client, and performance guarantee is the bid cost given by the contractor. That was what we discussed then. Okay, coming to week 2. Any questions in week 1? Any questions in week 1?
No, sir.
Okay. So week 2 we started with quantity surveying. That was the question. Then the plinth area of the building does not include, so definition of plinth area, how to prepare a detailed estimate. Then some specifications we discussed. What else was given? About how to calculate unit cost. If you have been given the detailed estimate for each and every item, you have to calculate the unit cost. That was the question. Similarly, another question in detail.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, it's 6 number, sir, question.
Okay, 6th number question.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Give some idea about it, how to solve it.
okay,
In
6th number. First thing is, just a moment, please. First thing is you draw the complete figure. You draw the figure from the details that has been given to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and once drawing is complete, you start calculating the quantities. Like in this case, you have to make a raft foundation, 500
Raft foundation.
500 mm thickness. Measurement is given 10 meter by 10 meter. But what should be the depth? Then if you go to point second, bottom of the raft is at RL 97, so 3 meter below it. But what else is given to you? The 11th point, there is 100 mm thick PCC leveling course below the RCC raft. So your whole excavation becomes 3.1 meter, right? 3.1 meter depth into
Yes, sir.
10 by 10. No, what does uh, 0.7 say? Excavation has been carried in a vertical cut measuring 10.8 meter by 10.8 meter. So now what is your pit size? 10.8 into 10.8 by 3.1. Similarly, you give 100 mm PCC, then you start providing the raft, 500 mm thick raft, for 10 by 10 meter. Then you have been given column size, so start adding the columns. But till what height? RL has been given to you 105 meters. So your column height becomes how much? 97.5 is the top of raft foundation to 105. That means 4.5. Sorry, how much? 7.5. 7.5 is the column height. So in that way you go on. So you can calculate that what would be the excavation, then what would be the remaining, what would be the concreting. So concreting, excavation minus concreting till ground level will give you the first value. Similarly, amount of reinforcement values have been given to you. You just have to multiply it, add and multiply. Amount of shuttering, same size of the column has been given to you. Height you
Yes,
calculated.
sir.
So what else do you need? Surface area and volume. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Consumption of cement. You calculated quantity of PCC, right?
Yep.
100 mm into 10.8 into 10.8. Then M20. This is for your raft. How much is it? 10 into 10 into 0.5. Then M30 concrete. You know that M30 concrete is in columns, and what is the column size? What is, yeah, 500 mm. So 8 columns, 8 into 0.5 into 0.5 into what is the height? 7.5. So that will give you the concrete, M30 grade concrete volume. So multiply it by the given weights and you will have the value.
Okay, sir.
Gross amount payable, cost have been given to you for unit rates, multiply it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any specific issue in this question or any point that is not clear? Any answer that is not matching, we can also check that. Okay, so moving to week 3.
Sir, question number 7.
Question number 7 of assignment 2.
Yes, sir. Not match.
Okay, what is the minimum amount of reinforcement that needs to be procured? So reinforcement, it has been given to you for each and everything, right? Let's.
Yes.
Have you seen the solution?
Yes, sir.
And it's still not matching?
Matching. Yes.
No, I mean, have you seen the solution and you don't agree with the solution or what?
Agree with, sir.
Hmm?
Agree with.
Okay, then I think it is fine. Okay, then coming to week 3, construction economics. How many of you didn't like this topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so construction economics, we had nominal rate and effective rate of interest,
Yes, sir.
equal payment compound amount factor. So there are 6 or 8 factors depending on how deep you go. Formulas were given to you. Then we went into depreciation. Depreciation by 3 methods in the class, right? Linear, sum of years, and one more was there. Which one was it? Did we discuss sinking fund factor? Sinking fund
Yes,
depreciation? No?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, I guess we discussed only a couple of depreciation methods. We also discussed its tax implication. Then okay, in the next question, one time investment was given to you and cash flow for each next 6 years was given. You had to calculate NPV at at different discounted rates. This question number 7, I guess the value was wrong. The value coming out was wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
Internal rate of return, you had to calculate, you know how to do it. So, any queries related to construction economics?
No, sir.
Okay. So, coming to scheduling. Yeah, scheduling. One topic that was left from construction economics that we discussed was repayment of loan, and in that we didn't consider compounding the interest, right? We considered only simple interest, like you don't have to pay accrued interest over the interest amount. So in the exam, if the question comes, make sure you do it with simple interest formulas for repayment of loan. Okay. Then uh, we talked about total float was we talked about um, activity and network analysis, schedule analysis by activity on arrow method representation and activity on node representation, CPM, finding out the critical path. Then also we discussed the uncertainties of PERT. Only one float was discussed, total float, like no other floats, free float or interfering float or independent float was discussed. So in the exam also it would be limited to total float only.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Making the diagrams, AOA network was preferred here.
Yes, sir.
So you can see that in exam also making the network won't be an issue for you guys, because directly nodes are given to you. The
Yes.
tail event and head event is given to you. You just have to connect it.
Okay, sir.
Uh, do you want me to try it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me take this question itself.
यहीं पर कर दिया सर,
Uh,
साइड में.
okay, let me see if I can draw it here. No, but I don't think it would be visible to you guys. Okay, not visible if I'm drawing it here. I will have to snip it to PowerPoint.
Okay, sir.
Just a moment. It won't take long, definitely.
सर आप एमटेक कहाँ से किया?
IIT Delhi. और actually for MTech, for research project I went to Germany, TU Munich.
Sir, I am preparation for GATE.
Okay. So uh, in which year, currently कौन से year में हो?
थर्ड ईयर में सर.
ओके, थर्ड ईयर में हो तो आई थिंक अभी तो टॉपिक्स भी बहुत सारे कॉलेज में भी कवर हो गए हैं, और
Yes.
कोचिंग में तो वो पहले ही पढ़ा देते हैं बहुत सारी चीज़ें.
Yes, sir.
सो हाउ आर यू फाइंडिंग NPTEL फॉर गेट प्रिपरेशन फ्रॉम पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ गेट प्रिपरेशन?
No, sir. पूरे मतलब कॉलेज से मतलब ये थी.
Okay, I know that this is kind of a compulsory credit course for you guys in some
Yes,
cases,
sir.
but still in concept clarity and all that is required for gate actually.
Yes, sir.
Are you finding NPTEL courses and NPTEL courses useful or not?
Yes, sir. Some useful.
Okay.
अभी CPM नहीं पढ़ा है मतलब.
Okay, because CPM is, I think, either in 6th semester or 8th semester.
नहीं सर, अभी ही है मतलब.
Okay.
इलेक्टिव है सर.
Okay,
Yes,
elective
it's-
है.
Yes.
No, if you are preparing for engineering services, also you should go through CPM, because in general studies paper also it will come, and In technical paper also it will come.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this question, let's try to do it. So you have been given activity, you have been directly given the notes. Okay. This has been given to you. How you just have to read it, you just have to connect it. 1 2 2 3 4 3 1 4 2 5 3 5 4 5. So from from the first, what do you have? 1 to 2 and 1 to 4.
1 to 2 duration.
1 to 2 and 1 to 4. From 2, what do you have? From 2 you have 3. Then from 4 you have got 3. This done. 2 to 3 done. 4 to 3 done. From 2 also one more value you have 5. So let's draw it like this. You have got 5. This is 2 to 5. Then what else? 3 to 5 and 4 to 5. So you have got 3 to 5 and 4 to 5. So you understood, if you have been given the values in this format, IJ format for activity, drawing the network is very simple. You just need to write the durations. 2 for 2 to 3 it is 1. For 1 to 4 it is 3. For 4 to 3 it is 3. Then for 2 to 5 it is 3. And 3 to 5 it is 2. And 4 to 5 it is 4. Okay, so network complete. What do you need to do next? Oh, sorry, it is not visible. You should have let me know beforehand that the PPT was not visible. Uh, I apologize for this. Should I draw the network again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you should have told me before. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you tell me before?
Because I also कि बाद में आप दिखाइएगा.
No, no, no. Okay, so you have been given activities in IJ format.
Okay.
You can see. Okay, first node is 1. From 1, what else do you have?
1 to
From 1 you have got 2 and 4. So
Yes,
you
sir.
draw that. Then from what about 2? From 2 you have got 2 3 and 2 5.
2. Yes, sir.
So 2 3 and 2 5. So 2 3 2 5 done. From 4, what do you have? You have got 4 3 and 4 5. 4 3 and 4 5. What else? You have got 3 5. So this is your network, complete network. Okay, just write the durations. What are the durations? 1 2 is 2. 2 2 3 is how much? 1.
1
Then 4 3 3.
3
1 4 3. Then 2 5 3.
3
3 5
3 2
2 and 4 5 4.
4.
Right. Now what do you need to do? You need to analyze this
Critical path method.
critical path method. So CPM. First
Second.
step, make network. That you did. Second, forward pass.
Yes, sir.
So let's do it. Uh, Going in the forward direction. So when will we be starting everything? We'll be starting at 0. 0, 0 plus 2, 2. What about event 4? 0 plus 3, 3. What about
3.
this third event?
2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 3 6 हो जाएगा.
So either it could be 3 or 6. So bigger value
6 sir.
6.
Bigger minimum.
Yeah. And what about event 5
5 6 to 8 3
and 3 and 4
4
7? So 8,
7 to 80.
8. So that is your forward pass. Then next is what? Backward pass.
Yes sir, backward pass.
So backward pass 8. Now subtract the durations in each case. 8 minus 3.
8
No,
5.
but you have got two arrows coming in. That means you
Yes
can't
sir.
go by one. So you take this one. 8 minus 2, 6.
6
8 minus 4,
4
4. Uh, or there is one more arrow coming in.
8 minus 3.
See, either it could be from this arrow 8 minus 3 or from this arrow 6 minus 3. So what
Yes
should
sir.
it be? Minimum value. Minimum value is how much? 3.
3 sir.
So it would be 3. Uh, Similarly, here also two arrows coming in. So either it could be
Yeah.
8 minus 3 or it could be 6 minus 1. Which is the minimum value?
Yes. 5.
5 in both
दोनों सेम
cases.
है. Both
Right.
5 है वो taken.
So it is 5. What about event 1?
Event 1 5 minus 2 3
5
or
minus 2 or 3 minus 3?
3 minus 3 sir.
3 minus 3, 0.
0.
Yeah. So now what? Forward pass done, backward pass done. Now what? Critical path?
Yes sir.
So what is the critical path here?
Longest distance.
Okay. So you can say that maybe I will do it with another color. So activity 1 3, then activity 4 3 and 3 5. Right? This is your critical
Yes
path.
sir. 3 plus 3 plus 2 3 Yes sir.
Okay. Now what were the other questions? Let me check. You had to calculate. Okay, in this question you just had to calculate the critical path.
Yes sir.
So the critical path is 1435 and duration you calculated.
Okay.
If in the same question floats would have been asked, could you calculate the float also? Total float?
Total float. Yes sir.
How?
Uh,
Okay. Calculate the total float for activity 2 3.
2 3.
Yeah.
Initial minus ये ठीक है. I initial minus final tail event minus head event minus duration.
Uh, okay. So give me the values.
Uh, 2
See, latest you can
3
start
sir.
by
3
6,
sir.
right?
3
6
sir. 3. 3
minus 6 minus 2 minus 1.
minus 1.
Yeah. So 3 total float. So you can calculate total float for any activity, right?
Yes sir.
Now let's see the connection of total float with the critical path.
Okay sir.
Total float for this activity. So it would be 5 minus 0 minus 2,
Yes sir.
3. What about this activity? 6 minus 2, 4 minus 1, 3. What about this activity? Okay, in green. So 8 8 minus 2, 6. 6 minus 3, 3.
3,
Uh,
sir.
what about this activity? 8. 8 minus 3 is how much? 5. 5 minus 4, 1.
1.
For this activity, 3 minus 0 minus 3, 0. Then again, 6 minus 3 minus 3, 0. Then 8 minus 6 minus 2, 0.
0.
So you can say that activities on the critical path have 0 total float,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
And if your activity if your activity 4 5 delays by 2 days, then the whole project duration will change.
Yes, sir.
If it delays by 1 day, it won't affect your project duration.
No, sir.
So that is kind of the takeaway from critical path method and total float.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so any question, anything in CPM that I should discuss?
No, sir.
Okay. Uh, so and so for the person who joined just now, we are discussing queries related to all the topics that have been covered. Do you have any question, any doubt, or any point that you would like to discuss or highlight?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's go back to the assignments that we were discussing. We were on assignment number 4 actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 4 we discussed this critical path. Yeah, we discussed a critical path. Then coming to the activities. Okay. Simple diagrams have been used, and this is what you can expect in the exams also.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. PERT. You guys are familiar with PERT, right? What you guys are familiar with PERT also, right?
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So uh, coming to week
Next.
5 now.
Yes, sir.
So week 5 we had crashing. So cost in the schedules. Then we had uh, after crashing we also uh, saw resource driven scheduling and resource allocation also, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
crashing and resource driven scheduling. Any query? Any question? You know how to solve it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Next.
So after crashing, after this we discussed uh, safety management. Safety management, somewhat theoretical topic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you had some questions related to percentage of accidents. We saw the formula.
Yes, sir.
And similarly, fatality rate, severity rate, and frequency rate. We saw all the formulas and also one added complication. What is reportable? Some injuries are reportable and some are not reportable.
Yes, sir.
So that was it. Coming to next, quality. I actually enjoyed this quality session because I got to tell so many small anecdotes and stories. Uh, yeah,
Sir, in graph, can you explain it? This
this
graph.
graph.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, what do you mean by distribution?
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मतलब बांटना,
ओके, बांटना, क्या बांटा है यहाँ पर हमने?
ये प्रोजेक्ट
Hmm?
क्वालिटी, सॉरी क्वालिटी को, क्वालिटी प्रोजेक्ट।
No, it's not quality of a project. The question is in front of you.
कॉन्क्रीट क्यूब टेस्ट।
Okay, concrete cube test. So concrete cube test में क्या मतलब एक्चुअली what does this distribution mean?
कितना मतलब स्ट्रेंथ हुई थी, मतलब कॉन्क्रीट क्यूब ये थी होगा
Uh, okay,
डिस।
so let me go back to slides again. Just give me a moment. Uh, just a moment, guys. Window. Can you see the screen?
यस सर।
I, yeah. So you do some concrete test, right? And we know that FM is FCK plus uh, some sigma value, Z sigma. So you don't test values on one cube. You do it for, let's say, 20 cubes.
ओके
Then if you do it for 20 cubes, then if you plot it on this scale, let's say you have to calculate, uh, this is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, okay, 27. Then you would be getting that, okay, one cube is of M20, one cube is crushing at 20 MPa, three cubes are crushing at 21, then again three cubes are crushing at 22, 6 7 cubes are crushing at 23, okay, then similarly a couple of cubes are crushing at 26 and one cube is crushing at 27. So if you plot it, you will get this kind of distribution, right?
यस सर।
But what does this show? And if at the same time there would have been another cube test where this number would have been higher, then the mean would have been the same, right? 23 or 24. But you would have said that this is of better quality control because the variation of strength is very less,
यस सर।
won't you?
यस सर।
So the same thing is being asked when it is being plotted on a distribution, like uh, this is for blue, this is 0% and this is 100%. So the range is quite wide. That means quality control is little less. For B, it is again small, and for C, smaller. So in which case quality control is tight, is good.
सी सर।
C. That is the kind of question that you are facing.
ओके सर।
Okay. So again, let me just check. Okay, there are a couple of numericals again, so we will go back to mm, mm, the assignment. So this was the question. Quality control is highest at site A, followed by site B and site C. Yes, we saw. Uh, okay, quality. Why are they answering it as false? Yeah, it is false, right? For side B, for side C, it is good. It is the best, right? Side C. Quality control is best when the deviation or standard deviation or variance is low. So statement 1 is false. It should be the lowest. Uh, then from figure it is not possible to determine whether or not the average strength of concrete cubes is same at three sides. We know that it is same. We have seen from the graph. Uh, Now relationships between quality cost of quality, right? You have been given the three. Then again something about quality concrete cubes. We discussed it. Welding. Okay, question number 6. Just a quick calculation. What is the total? See, total quality cost is what?
Total quality cost.
Hmm? Okay. Do you remember cost of quality?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the cost of quality? Cost of quality is the cost that you incur because to maintain quality, to improve the quality, or to give quality products, plus the cost of bad quality that you incur because you produced a bad quality product. It can be internal failure cost also or external failure cost also.
Yes, sir.
So, two types of quality cost. And quality control cost, it could be again of two types. One is of quality assurance and one is of appraisal cost. So now what has been given to you is internal and external failure cost are given. That means cost of bad quality is given. So what are they asking? What is the cost of good quality? Quality control
Maximum.
cost.
Maximum quality cost.
So it would be 40,000 minus 8,000 minus 10,000. I mean 18,000 is your uh, cost of failure. So cost of conformance would be total cost minus cost of failure. 40 minus 18, 22,000. Similar logic you have to apply in question number 7 and 8 also. You have been given failure cost. What is failure cost? Failure cost is cost of non-conformance. Quality control cost is cost of conformance. So total quality cost is y1 plus y2. So y1 plus y2 you are getting an equation. So minimum quality cost you need to use some very basic calculus and answer these questions.
Okay, sir.
Now let's check what is there in week 8. So week 8 you have got some mention of National Building Code, then open spaces. Do you have any confusion in these terms or where to find it?
Sir, question number 3, sir.
Okay, question number 3. Uh, what do you mean by a equivalent car space? This term, na? ECS.
Yes,
What
sir.
what is ECS? I mean, no, I'm just talking to you. Okay, where can
Sir,
you park
question,
a car? You tell me.
sir, question number 3.
Okay, sorry, question number 3. I am talking of question number 4. Thank you for pointing out. Yeah. Covered area or ground area is the area covered by the building immediately above the plinth level, and watchman booth, pump houses. Yeah, when was the assignment submission date? Okay, it is not over. So I can't exactly give you the answer. But what is the problem here?
Problem is that, sir, कि मतलब watchman both for pump both ये सब मतलब calculation of cover area करे सर, including cover area.
Uh, okay,
क्या ये
so
cover area के अंदर ही आता है?
uh, okay, we will see building code for this. Okay, what does building code say? Because I'm not going
Okay.
to give you answers directly. One day is
Okay,
still
sir.
there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but I will clear the doubt here. Question number
Okay.
four, then no doubt, right?
Question number four, sir. मतलब क्या है? Equivalent car space.
Okay. Where can you park a car?
Yes, sir.
नहीं, I am asking you, where can you park a car?
Parking area.
पार्किंग में.
Open
एंड
space.
नहीं, वेयर कैन बी अ पार्किंग.
मतलब घर के सामने रहता है
ओके, घर के सामने. और कहाँ हो सकता है?
और मतलब मॉल ये सब में बेसमेंट में रहता है
ओके, बेसमेंट में रहता है. और कहाँ रहता है?
और कहीं ऑफिस के में रहता है
ओके,
ऑफिस
ऑफिस
के
में ग्राउंड फ्लोर पर.
ग्राउंड फ्लोर पर है
या और घर के सामने नहीं होते हुए पता चले कि पास में कोई खाली प्लॉट है ओपन स्पेस में.
यस सर
Right. So basically you can divide it into three. You can say that there are three places: either open space, or ground floor of the building, or basement. So अगर एक कार पार्क कर रहे हैं, वी ऑल्सो केवल कार पार्किंग की स्पेस थोड़ी ना चाहिए. वी नीड द स्पेस टू मूव द कार इन एंड आउट. वी नीड द स्पेस टू मूव इन द कार, right? To get in and get
यस
out. There should be some turning spaces also.
यस सर
If you say that what is the area of a car, then you would say that if it is a, let's say, 4 meter length and 2 meter width, or what
यस
should be
सर
the width, that is sufficient, right?
टू यस सर 2 मीटर सबसे है
So 2 into 4, the space taken by car is only 8 square meter. But that doesn't mean that you take a 80 square meter plot and say you can park 10 cars. No, you cannot do that.
नो सर
So that's why you have to, if you are giving them spaces specific to parking, then for each of these categories, building code has given you minimum equivalent car space. Okay, so in this question, they have asked you for basement parking. Okay, I have another question. You understood equivalent car space, right? That if there is a open space, and in open space you need a lot of space for taking the car in, there should be space for other cars coming inside and moving, all those things. So what do you think? If there is a 100 square meter area in open space, in ground floor, and in basement,
यस सर
where do you think you can park more number of cars? I will repeat the question. Area is same, 100 square meter, in open space, in the ground floor of the building, and in the basement of the building. Where do you think you can park more number of cars?
ओपन एरिया
Open area. Why?
बिकॉज ओपन एरिया वी हैव नो मतलब नो पिलर्स एंड एनीथिंग
Okay, what I'm giving you is net area, minus pillars, minus walls. Net area is given to you in each case. Then what do you think?
in a space open space area we can manage it
Okay.
easily
सी बिल्डिंग कोड क्या कहता है? बिल्डिंग कोड कहता है कि अगर ओपन स्पेस है, देन यू हैव टू गिव अ लॉट ऑफ स्पेस फॉर द कार टू मूव इन एंड मूव आउट. Not necessary कि each and every person is very good at parking, so they park nicely, park properly. They leave enough spaces for people to move in and out.
yes sir
So you will find that for the same area, or if you talk about basement, in basement clearly the entry exits are marked. So entry is fixed, pathway is fixed. Then proper parking markings you can provide, and people will adhere to it. So you will say that in the same space, in open area there would be less number of cars, and in basement there would be most number of cars, and in between there would be ground floor parking. That is what the code says.
okay sir
Yeah. Then there is some question about contract. You know how to decide if it is a contract or not. This is up to you. We discussed already from for a BOT project, discounted payback period and IRR. Okay, what do you mean by a force majeure event? What do you mean by force majeure event?
Force. Don't know, sir.
Okay. OMG मूवी देखी है?
Yes, sir.
पार्ट वन और पार्ट टू कौन सी देखी है?
Part one.
ओके मैंने भी पार्ट वन ही देखी है. सो एक्ट ऑफ गॉड, आई मीन that was there in the movie, right?
Yes, sir.
अब let's suppose कि a contractor has been awarded the contract to make railings on a bridge, and थोड़ा वर्क ऑर्डर लेट होते होते he started his work in July. He was doing everything according to the
Schedule.
according to the details, according to the specifications.
Schedule.
Yeah. So he did a good job, and his job was not even complete, and अगस्त में भारी बारिश, बाढ़ आ गई और रेलिंग बह गई. व्हाट डू यू थिंक, किसकी गलती है?
ये एक्ट ऑफ गॉड है.
एक्ट ऑफ गॉड है? नहीं, आई मीन आई एम आस्किंग यू, किसकी गलती है? वी स्टडीड दैट, ओके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, वी स्टडीड द डिटेल, एंड दिस इज सिमिलर टू वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस इन असाइनमेंट इटसेल्फ. अभी हैंडओवर हुआ नहीं है, अभी क्लाइंट को तो
Okay.
दिया नहीं है ना रेलिंग बनाकर.
नहीं, नहीं सर.
तो फिर किसकी गलती है? कौन, किससे भरपाई होगी?
कॉन्ट्रैक्टर सर.
पक्का?
यस सर.
No, but see, if the contractor can prove that he was building according to the specification, according to the contract that was signed by him, if he can prove that all the quality parameters were assured, and we also saw the quality management tools, if he can prove using cause and effect diagram that it was not his fault, then it becomes an act of God, right?
यस सर.
See, it can be that he worked with poor quality and then the rain came. So obviously जो होना था वो तो होना ही था.
यस सर.
और if because see that can also be the case ना, कि इतनी बारिश तो होती है, इतनी बारिश के लिए तो क्लाइंट ने डिज़ाइन करके ही दिया था, एंड फिर भी बह गई, इसका मतलब कॉन्ट्रैक्टर की गलती है. अब जो
Yes, sir.
डिज़ाइन बारिश थी उससे ज़्यादा बारिश हो गई, तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, इफ़ कॉन्ट्रैक्टर कैन प्रूव कि उसकी गलती नहीं है, उसने तो जैसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में लिखा था वैसा काम किया है, देन इट बिकम्स फोर्स मेजर इवेंट. फोर्स मेजर लाइक कोविड के टाइम पर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स वर गिवन फॉर 2 years. कोविड में 9 months काम ही नहीं चला, 9 months 10 months.
Yes.
Then can the client claim liquidated damages? No, it was an act.
No, sir.
It was force majeure event, right? Not in control of both the
Yeah.
parties.
नो सर.
Okay, so that's force majeure event. How to deal with it, I will leave it up to you.
Okay.
Then one more thing is there. Okay, so ground coverage, FAR. What do you mean by FAR?
फ्लोर एरिया रेशियो.
Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's go back to the slides for some time. Okay, before moving on to this part, any queries, any questions, anything from any part? See, because this is supposed to be our last session, right? 8th week, 8th session.
यस सर.
So, any queries, any doubts, any person?
No, sir.
Okay. So we will just rush through some things. Again, discussion mode. Uh, I have got all these documents with me, so if you want, I will show it up. I will show all these to you. First is building bylaws. In Hindi, you call it what? Bhumi, uh, Bhumi Vikas Adhiniyam, something like that.
Yes, yes, sir. Something like
Why do
that.
you need bylaws for constructing the building on your own plot?
It gives some specification
Why?
for building.
I mean, see, you have got a plot. इतनी मेहनत की कमाई से एक प्लॉट खरीदा है अपनी ज़िंदगी में, और उसमें भी अब सरकार कह रही है कि तुम जैसा चाहते हो वैसा नहीं बना सकते, हम जैसा बोल रहे हैं वैसा ही बनाना पड़ेगा. बुरा लगता है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो वाई आर दीज लॉस, वाई आर दीज बाय लॉस, अधिनियम क्यों हैं?
For the society,
ओके, फॉर द सोसाइटी. व्हाट एल्स? आई मीन सोसाइटी को क्या फ़र्क पड़ रहा है? यू वांटेड टू you wanted to make a Antila at your own plot, or you want to make a Taj Mahal. Why should be society affected? Because it is your plot of land.
क्या हो रहा है?
मतलब हमारे पड़ोसी को क्या फ़र्क पड़ना चाहिए? आई मीन जलन के अलावा.
Yes, sir. Don't.
But that cannot be the case to make laws, right? Bylaws.
no, sir.
Then why building bylaws?
After that,
Yeah. Okay, any one valid reason from your side would be good enough right now. Why building bylaws?
अर्बन डेवलपमेंट के लिए.
ओके, सो डू यू थिंक कि अगर गांव में खेत की ज़मीन खरीद के मैं वहाँ पर फैक्ट्री डाल लूँ तो बिल्डिंग बायलॉस नहीं लगेंगे?
लगेगा सर.
लगेंगे क्या?
यस सर.
तो फिर वाई इज़ इट ओनली फॉर अर्बन डेवलपमेंट? See, you see that these are, like you said, for the society. For the society, and how is it affected? You had a plot of land, and if you make a 10-story building, हर फ्लोर पर दो दो फ्लैट निकाल दो, and each flat you lend it to college going bachelors, that those stay like five per flat. So on the same in the same building you have got how many 100 people living, and on the nearby flat same size there is one family of 5 living there. 5 versus 100. The 100 people would be using lot of resources that is being provided to the society, like the water consumption would be high, their sewage or wastewater effluent would be high, right?
yes, sir.
Their traffic requirements would be high, and if some accidents happen in that 10 floor building, then if fire cannot reach the firefighters cannot reach there, or ambulance cannot reach there properly, there is not enough space, then it would be more dangerous, right? So all these cases से बचने बचाने के लिए you have building bylaws, and what all they talk about is there is floor area ratio, then there is setbacks. What is a setback?
सेट बैक मतलब बैक साइड ऑफ एरिया.
Backside.
Back.
Okay, so let me do one thing. This is the plot of land. Okay, क्या चाहिए अब यहाँ पर घर बनाने के लिए? इज दिस इंफॉर्मेशन सफिशिएंट कि प्लॉट ऑफ लैंड है, इस पर घर बनाना है? सबसे पहली चीज़ क्या चाहिए?
पहले मतलब
इफ़ यू वांट आई विल
ये
गिव यू द
मार्किंग
डायमेंशंस आल्सो. ओके,
मार्किंग
सो लेट इट बी 60/40. बड़ा प्लॉट है. ओके, 40-60 का प्लॉट है.
यस।
सबसे पहले क्या देखोगे?
पहले तो मतलब रोड से डिस्टेंस नहीं, पहले हम ये देखेंगे।
क्या? First of all, you will see ना if you have access to this plot or not.
यस सर।
अगर इस प्लॉट के चारों तरफ अगर घर ही बने, यू कांट इवन एंटर द प्लॉट, फिर ये किसी काम का है क्या हमारे?
नो सर।
No, right? So first thing is access. So what you have got is you have got uh,
रोड।
a public road here, and so you can make your access here, right? And let it be another plot building and some other thing. Okay, flat system, high rise here. So you know that your plot has some entrance. Now, can you make your building from corner? Can you make your building corner to corner?
नो सर, कीप सम स्पेस।
Okay, so that space is called setback. Okay, then code suggests that you have got setbacks on all three sides, all four sides actually, but you can adjust it like this. So this becomes your maximum built up maximum build maximum area that you can build. Okay, now what this setback means is this whole area should be open to space, like even if there is some like you make the ground floor for this area, this is your ground floor, then similarly for each and every floor you have to make sure that you don't go out of this area, out of this boundary line. You can go, but how much? For the balcony, but that should be less than 2 meters. So that is kind of your built up area you get. The question in assignment is regarding the calculation of these areas, right?
यस सर।
Okay. Floor area ratio. So let me give you the values. This is now 25 feet and this is 40 feet now. So floor area ratio will you calculate on 16 to 40 24 square feet or
Yes.
25 into 40? How much will
40.
this be? 1000.
वन थाउजेंड।
Yeah. So built up area. So floor area ratio I am giving you 3. So what would be your maximum built up area?
मैक्सिमम
Yeah.
डिवाइड कर दें इन दोनों से, जो मैक्सिमम आएगा।
Okay. कितनी वैल्यू आएगी?
नहीं नहीं,
Hmm?
मैक्सिमम 2400 प्लस
800 सर।
Okay. Uh, do you really think कि अगर एक बंदे के पास 800 स्क्वायर फीट और 800 स्क्वायर फीट टोटल ऑन ऑल द फ्लोर्स,
नहीं, ज़्यादा हो गया सर।
बहुत कम हो गया ना?
ये सर, हाँ कम हो गया, सॉरी सर।
हाँ. So maximum total built up area on each floor. So how much is it? It is floor area ratio. So total floor into area. So which area do you have to take? So you have to take the maximum floor uh, plot area you have got. So it would be 3 into
2400।
2400. How much is it?
72,000, 7200।
Yeah. So you can have construction of 7200 square feet on each floor. Now, what do you think? How high can you go?
From this side,
Yeah. How many stories can you build?
many stories?
सर इसको 3 से गुना क्योंकि
Uh,
मल्टीप्लाई
because our floor area ratio given to us is 3. 3 or 300%.
यस यस यस
Okay. So, how many stories can you build?
3 से divide।
Maximum built up area is 7200 square feet that you calculated. Your plot area is 2400 square feet. Then your after reducing after subtracting the setback, your area comes out to be 1000 square feet. Okay. So how many stories can you rise?
3 floor,
Hmm? Why 3?
3 floor area is you given.
No, but see, your total built up area is 7200. Maximum on each floor you can go 1000 square feet. So, first floor per 1000 square feet, second per 1000 square feet.
वैसे तो 7 है so यार।
So, 7 floors, and after 7 floor it would be 7000, right?
Yes sir।
Plus 8th floor पर
2000,
2000 भी तो जा सकते हो ना,
200, 200 है sir।
right? 200.
Yes sir।
So you can go for 8 stories, but make
Yes।
sure कि top पर 200. So if you use maximum available area, then you can go for 8 stories.
Sorry, how can you into 1000?
Because see, this is the setback. So on any floor you cannot extend towards the setback. Only some balconies can extend, and if the balconies are less than 1 point, I mean 1.2 meter specific or 2 meter for the running, you don't have to include it into total built up area.
Okay sir।
So that means on each floor calculated built up area is 1000. So for 7200, if you take maximum, if you build up maximum, then maximum you can say that okay, till 7 floors I will be using 7 into 1000, 7000 square feet, plus remaining 2200 I can build up on the 8th floor also.
Yes sir।
So that way you can raise till 8th story. So got an idea how to use it?
Yes sir।
Yeah. So there is some model building bylaws 2016 ke. Then there is national building code. Okay, one question. How thick do you think national building code would be? How many pages? Just take a guess.
100,
Okay, 100. You can increase it.
200,
Okay, a little more.
250,
Okay, so national building code is almost 2500 pages long.
2000.
Yeah, 2500 pages. Okay, it covers each and everything. You will find that even safety, quality, material related thing, specifications, all that. But this building bylaws portion is in part 3, and that is also 150 pages.
Oh, yes sir, 150
Okay, so that part 3, do you want me to show it to you?
What, sir?
This part 3 of National Building Code.
Part 3, no, sir.
Part 3 related to building bylaws like general building requirements.
No, sir, in a structure, we buy a code
Can you repeat?
for the structure.
Yeah.
I can buy the code for the study.
See, this you don't need to buy it. You can download it from for free from BIS website.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So you can download the whole building code and you can take part 3 out of it. Why I'm talking about part 3? Because all the objectives you see in your assignment, na? Assignment number 8, all
Yes,
the
sir.
definition part, what should be included in ground area, what should not be included in, how to calculate the setbacks,
Yes, sir.
it is actually in part 3. So maybe I will show it to you for a couple of minutes and then we'll get back.
सर IS कितना है सर?
SP7.
SP 7.
Yeah, special publication 7.
SP 7 कितना कोड कितना बोले? Part 3.
Yeah, I mean SP7 you download it completely and from that you take part 3.
Part 3. Thank you.
Okay, so uh,
Which year, sir?
it is like 2016 itself. But you don't, if you just search by National Building Code of India or SP7.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. I can see it.
Uh, okay, let me come into drawing mode. So this is development control rules, like controlling it, and general building requirements. Terminology has been given to you. Land use classification, means of access we talked about, requirements of plots, then what are the different types of buildings, open spaces, area and height limitations, parking spaces. See, it talks about a lot of things in even one part, right? Part 3. Fire and safety, only one paragraph, but it has been handled separately in detail. So you will find references to that part. Okay. Now coming to the definitions. What do you mean by a building? And what is not a building? It has been clearly told that Shamiana, tent, those are not buildings. And what all has to be included in a building, that has been given to you. Height of building, like what exactly, how do you calculate the height of the building? It has been given.
Okay, sir.
Then floor area ratio, total area on all floor divided by the plot area,
Yeah, okay.
not the area on ground floor but plot area.
Okay, sir.
Uh, then let's move on to, similarly, each and every definition, each and every part of the building has been defined. What is a parapet, what is a parking, what is parking space, what do you mean by mezzanine floor? So as an engineer you will find it a very useful document.
Yes, sir.
Then land use classification, you will find this in what you can say, master plan of the city, color coded. Means of access. Then anything that would be very useful right now from your questions point of view. Let me see if I can find it out. We talked about open spaces and area of the building, right?
Yes.
So for each and everything they have discussed, just to go through it, and it's a nice document, it's a good reading.
Okay.
uh, even for even if you want to calculate like how much area is required to for a specific school, or what should be the hostel facilities, hospital, minimum hospital area, that all you can find it out here.
Okay, sir.
uh, yeah, that's it from this document, I think.
Yeah, you can just.
What else I have open right here is this is model building bylaws, general, that you can apply anywhere. Okay, if some city has not defined it, you can use it. uh, this is a general condition of contract from CPWD. This is unified bylaws by uh, DDA. Okay, so let's come back to the slides. So we saw National Building Code, some model building bylaws, and unified building bylaws by DDA. Do read it. It would be useful for some people going into planning, going to design. Okay, being a civil engineer and you need to, बहुत सारे लोग आएंगे, हमारे घर का नक्शा बना दो, नक्शा चेक कर दो. So at least you should be able to conform to the local
Family.
laws.
Okay.
Yeah. What next? You have got FIDIC. Uh, FIDIC is basically consulting engineers ने कुछ laws बनाए हैं, कुछ contract laws बनाए हैं, and they are different for each. Like you have got plant and design build contract. Then for EPC turnkey contract, they have got another one. Then procurement procedures, you have got different. For underground structures, you have got different. Okay. Construction contract, you have got different. So FIDIC is there. And when we have got projects that are being funded by, let's say, Asian Development Bank or World Bank, then they actually ask us to follow FIDIC contracts, not our own, so that arbitration or there could be less disputes. Okay, so any questions from your side?
सर मतलब ये क्या बोलते, नेक्स्ट सेम में मतलब लास्ट सेम में जो प्रोजेक्ट बनाएंगे सर वो किस बेसिस पे बनाएंगे?
Uh, okay, that would be on the basis of requirements set by your own institute. I mean, I cannot
Okay.
comment on that.
ओके सर.
Yeah, वो जो रिक्वायरमेंट सेट करेंगे वही.
उसके बेसिस पे.
Yeah. So, okay, let me ask you one thing. Have you guys been in my previous sessions also?
यस सर.
So, how did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Are you satisfied, or it was not worth your while? I mean, please let me know your honest feedback for these sessions.
बहुत अच्छा लगा सर.
अच्छा लगा? I mean,
Yes,
काम
sir.
का लगा या नहीं?
यस सर,
बहुत
बहुत काम
काम
का
था,
लगा.
बहुत समझ आया.
Okay.
8वीं से लगा जो आज पढ़ाई किया है.
Okay. Uh, thank you. And what about the course?
सर एक क्वेश्चन है सर.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
सर ये जो मेन एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आएगा सर? असाइनमेंट से या फिर जो थ्योरी है उससे?
नहीं, it
कहीं
would
पूछ
be a
जाते हैं
mix.
सर.
It would be a mix. Theory, मतलब you will have MCQ type or numerical type questions only, like the ones you solved in assignments, na.
यस सर.
So it would be similar to those only. But जैसे असाइनमेंट में MCQs थे, वैसे ही MCQs एग्जाम में भी रहेंगे, theoretical.
कितना क्वेश्चन है सर? 50 के Prof?
No, not so sure, but 1.5 marks to, मतलब 1 mark, 1.5 marks and 2 marks questions each for 100 marks. So you can say कि हाँ, almost 60 questions you can expect.
पासिंग कितना पे होता है सर 100 में 30?
Yeah, 40 I think. Actually, that is on the course page itself. Let me read it for you guys.
Yes sir.
Um, course outline. Yeah, so exam you have to score uh, 30. I mean 30 out of 75. Okay. I mean
25 to 30.
मतलब so you have to score minimum 37.5%. That means okay.
Yes
Okay,
sir.
sir.
No, 40%. Yeah, 40% itself. So minimum for final exam is also 40%, and out of that 75% would be the weightage of your final exam, and 25% would be the weightage of your uh,
Assignment.
yeah, assignments, and assignments best of 6, right? Out of 8 assignments, only best 6 assignments would be taken. This weekend itself you have the exam, right?
किस तरह का प्रिपरेशन करके जाएंगे सर एग्जाम में?
um, I would suggest only one thing. Go through your assignments once again.
ओके सर.
हाँ, मतलब न्यूमेरिकल्स के लिए तो go through your assignments once again, and that would cover maximum part. And for theory, you may have to read through the transcripts of the sessions.
ओके सर.
Yeah, I have tried to cover maximum portions from your assignment and exam perspective.
ओके सर.
Okay, so any other question from your side?
नो सर.
No sir.
Okay, so this brings us to the end of this session and this series of sessions. Thank you guys, thank you very much for attending. I'm
Thank you,
hopeful
sir.
that this would be useful for you and as you expected.
यस सर.
Thank you guys, you can sign off now, but I have to wait till 8 if anyone joins at the last moment. So if you want to discuss anything under the sun, feel free to do so.
सर अभी आप क्या प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हैं?
Okay, right now I am working on digital twins.
डिजिटल?
Digital twins कभी सुना है?
नहीं सर.
जुड़वा मूवी देखी है?
यस सर.
कौन सी? नई वाली पुरानी वाली?
नहीं, दोनों पुराने दोनों.
अच्छा, दोनों देखी है.
यस सर.
तो उसमें क्लाइमेक्स याद है उस मूवी का?
क्लाइमेक्स
क्लाइमेक्स में राजा को
अंतिम
लड़ना
में दोनों
होता
मिल
है,
जाता है.
राइट?
हाल लड़ाई वाली.
राजा को लड़ना होता है, बट
Yes,
राजा
sir.
को ये लोग केज में बंद कर देता है. अब प्रेम है बाहर, पर प्रेम कैसे लड़ेगा? उसको तो लड़ना आता नहीं है.
नहीं.
तो क्या करता है फिर? क्या होता है फिर?
फिर वो राजा लड़ता है.
राजा,
प्रेम लड़ता है फिर.
हाँ प्रेम लड़ता है, लेकिन प्रेम कैसे लड़ता है? राजा केज के अंदर वो सारे एक्शंस करता है.
यस सर.
राइट, राजा केज के अंदर किसी और को पीटता है, और वो एक्शंस रेप्लिकेट होते हैं प्रेम में, जिससे प्रेम वहां पर सबसे लड़ता है. ऐसा ही होता है ना
Yes, sir.
क्लाइमेक्स में.
यस सर.
सो अभी क्या है कि हमारे जो कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रोजेक्ट है, लेट्स से हमारे कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रोजेक्ट है, उसको बहुत दिक्कतें आती है. बेचारा है, बच्चा है, थोड़ा वीक है. प्रॉब्लम्स आती है कि रास्ते से भटक जाता है, कॉस्ट ओवररन हो जाता है, टाइम ओवररन हो जाता है, टाइम पर डिलीवरी नहीं होती है.
Yes, sir.
But what if there could be a twin like राजा that could predict कि क्या होने वाला है, और उस prediction के साथ उससे कैसे fight करना है ये अगर बता पाए,
Yes, sir.
so that would be helpful for this frame, right? For a
Yes.
construction project. So what I'm
Which
trying
is
to do is I'm trying to build a virtual Raja. So digital twin
oh,
of the construction project in real time
oh,
that can predict what problems could be there and how can we face those challenges.
okay. सर मतलब हम तो अभी थर्ड ईयर में है, तो उसके लिए मतलब अभी कौन सा मतलब क्या बोलता है ऐप,
कौन सा?
डिजाइनिंग के लिए
क्या बोलता
ऐप कौन सा ठीक रहेगा?
Okay, third year
और
में I would say you use either STAD Pro or ETAPS. Both are basic
एट
beginner level.
ओके सर।
Yeah.
सर
Yeah.
मैं सर इस बार बीटेक कंप्लीट हो चुका है तो आगे क्या करना चाहिए सर?
आपकी वॉइस थोड़ी सी ब्रेक हुई, क्या आप रिपीट कर सकते हैं?
बोले सर इस बार मेरा बीटेक कंप्लीट हो गया सिविल इंजीनियरिंग से,
ओके.
तो आगे क्या करना चाहिए सर? नेक्स्ट प्लान?
इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. सी सिविल इंजीनियर्स और स्पेसिफिकली सिविल इंजीनियर तो सब कुछ चीज़ों के लिए ओपन होता है, right?
यस
If you
सर।
are interested in academia, if you're interested in research, or you do masters, you go into those things. If you have some backing and you want to work into implementing things, civil ऐसी field है जहाँ पर entry barrier नहीं है. मतलब even with the small amount you can go inside, but maintaining yourself is other thing. But at least entry easy है, entry barrier नहीं है. Or if you want to go for the jobs, that is a different thing, because job market is quite varied. But bigger companies like L&T, HCC and all, they do require a lot of GETs, BTech level also.
यस
So
सर, और एमटेक करना बेटर रहेगा सर?
I won't say so, क्योंकि अगर आपको कंसल्टेंसी जॉब में जाना है तो ही
यस सर।
तो एमटेक कुड बी बेटर, और उसमें भी कंसल्टेंसी जॉब्स प्राइवेट में, मतलब प्राइवेट कंपनीज के लिए. एमटेक इज़ नॉट, आई वुड से इतनी वैल्यू सिविल में तो नहीं है अभी. केवल
यस
दो
सर।
फील्ड्स आई हैव सीन दैट इन स्ट्रक्चरल एंड इन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, जिसमें कंसल्टिंग जॉब मिल जाता है. इवन इन अदर फील्ड्स लाइक environmental it is tough.
यस
Yeah, but like in transportation, even in geotech, 20% of your batch would be getting good placement.
तो सर अभी कंपटीशन का ही प्रिपरेशन कर ले सर?
See, competition
बीटेक
is
लेवल ही सर?
see बिल्कुल
बीटेक लेवल ही?
हाँ.
बीटेक लेवल सर, जो भी वैकेंसी आता है उसके
See, maximum
प्रिपरेशन कर ले
vacancies
सर?
जो है ना, maximum I mean 99% of the vacancies for civil engineers or engineers would be at BTech level only.
यस सर।
So that is always a good way to go. I mean, if you are
थैंक
interested
यू
in
सर।
those kinds of job, then definitely. उनमें आपको जॉब ज्वाइन करने के बाद तो मेनली दो ही सब्जेक्ट काम आते हैं, क्वांटिटी सर्विंग एंड कॉस्टिंग, एंड थोड़ा बहुत बिल्डिंग डिज़ाइन एंड ड्राइंग.
यस।
Out of 40, only 2 are that useful. But yeah,
थैंक यू
if you
सर
are interested in
सजेस्ट करने के लिए।
see, this is the kind of thing that civil engineering में ना हमेशा कहते रहेंगे कि स्कोप बहुत है, और स्कोप होगा भी.
यस।
बट
बट सर बिहार से किए हुए हैं, बिहार
हाँ.
इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज से थोड़ा
हाँ सी.
बिजनेस भी रहता है।
हाँ नहीं, कॉलेजेस का तो मैं बोलूँगा कि सब जगह का सेम हाल है यार. Okay, it depends on person to person. You can shift your branch or you can work in your own branch in each and every field. Civil है, बहुत सारे options हैं, opportunities हैं, but person specific limitations लग जाती है. Competencies matter a lot in civil engineering projects. बट सीखना चाहो तो ऑप्शंस हैं. ओके, ऑब्वियसली करियर ग्राफ, आई मीन इन द स्टार्टिंग यू कांट एक्सपेक्ट बिग सैलरीज, कंस्ट्रक्शन में नहीं होती.
ओके, थैंक यू
तो
सर.
सर अभी कंपनी सर ज्वाइन ना ही करे तो अच्छा रहेगा ना सर?
सी, ये एक बहुत लोडेड क्वेश्चन है. सबकी फैमिली कंडीशन, सबके फ्यूचर प्लान्स वैसे नहीं होते हैं ना कि दे कैन जस्ट गो ऑन फॉर प्रिपरेशंस, क्योंकि प्रिपरेशंस गो ऑन फॉर लाइक एटलीस्ट अ कपल ऑफ ईयर्स. एंड
यस सर.
2 साल बहुत लंबा पीरियड होता है. सो आई वुड
ये
से
तो
कि,
बात है.
आई मीन, डिस्कस इट विद समवन who is experienced, who has been through this phase and knows your situation much better.
यस सर.
But yeah, opportunities हैं. सिविल में चाहोगे सिविल में है, सिविल से बाहर चाहोगे तो भी यू कैन इजीली ब्रांच आउट. नो वरीज एट ऑल. Yeah, anything else?
Okay, thank you, sir. Can I leave?
Yeah, okay, you can.
थैंक यू
Okay,
सर.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Signing off.